Welcome to the Juggling Mind and Money podcast with Steve Rowe and Jessica Schlupp-Taylor. Steve Rowe is the founder of Lucent Financial Planning and an award-winning independent financial planner. He helps you to use your money and have a great life. Jess Schlupp-Taylor is a psychologist supporting people through change, challenges, and forks in the road of life. Together, they will help unblock the sludge in your mind, stopping you from achieving financial and psychological happiness.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Juggling Mind and Money with me, Steve Rowe, founder of Lucent Financial Planning, and
Teresa Meredith, a happy client.
Teresa Meredith. You're not Jess.
I'm not Jess, sadly. She's much more glamorous than me, Steve.
No, she is not.
She is.
You are well glamorous. Tune into YouTube, everyone, and see the full live version of Teresa.
Oh, don't.
So because Jess is currently unavailable, we've got Teresa in because you really wanted to be on the show, didn't you, Teresa?
He's lying, folks. No. I volunteered at the very last minute.
You volunteered in January. So there. So she's not here against her will.
No.
You're going to be
Definitely
a great
not.
guest.
Thank you, Steve.
So what I thought we'd do, Teresa, is we'd have a little chat about how you come to find Lucent Financial Planning and what your experience with us has been like.
Yeah.
Don't start crying now. There's
No.
sure to be tears. There's sure to be laughs.
There is, yeah.
But- So 2017, I first heard about you.
That's right.
What happened? What was going on then?
So, we'd been talking about how stressful both of our jobs were for a while. Phil worked full-time for JLR, I worked full-time for the NHS. And it was a bit of a pipe dream. Do you think we could leave earlier than in our 60s? And then it became a bit of a thing at work with Phil where people were talking about the new guidelines where you could take a pot of money, take your pension in a pot. So he started to ask colleagues and friends about it. And very thankfully, a really good friend recommended Lucent. So I think it
Who
was in...
that? That's Stuart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was in March 2017. We quite nervously came along to meet you. And it was when you were still in the tiny little offices over by the park.
Oh, I love
And
my office there.
It was lovely.
Do you know I used to sit in my chair with my legs hanging out the window?
I couldn't believe it.
I did, and I'd watch the little nuthatches walking
Oh.
along the willow tree.
How lovely. It was a lovely office. And I think it was just you and Lisa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe would have been there as well.
I don't think we met Joe.
At the time.
So we went along. I was quite nervous because I thought you were going to be Reginald Perrin. Frightening and talking things I didn't understand. But actually, Steve, you were the exact opposite.
What is the opposite of Reginald Perrin?
Well, he's a bit dour. You're definitely not dour.
I'm just thinking of running into the sea.
Oh, yeah. So now I remember we went to the old building, met you. You actually came to meet us. You were so smiley and welcoming that any nerves that I had just went. And we sat down together. Phil outlined what he wanted to do. And I remember that you listened. You really listened. And that was reassuring. And you asked us what we wanted out of retirement, which was really important. So straight away, we felt that you understood where we were coming from and who we were. We weren't just another couple of strangers off the street. I felt that you made it very person-centred.
Those are lovely things to say, Teresa.
It's true.
Let's go back to my smile. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It is. It really is, yeah.
My wife says I've got a clown face.
No.
Mm.
Oh, you've got a lovely, happy face. Yeah.
Okay, so I hope you don't mind me saying this. Teresa's a serial weeper.
I am.
and just at the mention of a will, you burst out crying.
Yeah, sorry about that. Mm.
Don't do it now.
No, I won't. I'm not going to cry today.
She will.
Maybe.
So I remember that meeting, because that was quite funny. And Phil was sat on his hands,
Yes,
almost rocking. He seemed very tense.
he would have been nervous. Yeah.
And then I used to notice him because I'd be going to work at 7 a.m. or something, and he'd be walking along too in a Hawaiian shirt, in his shorts in the summer.
Yeah.
That's what I always remember about Phil
Oh, yeah. Bless him.
when we first met.
He would have been nervous meeting you, Steve, because it was something he wanted so much
Yeah,
to retire.
he wanted to get out,
Yeah,
escape
definitely. Yeah.
the rat race.
Yeah.
So what I recall about you, Pet, is you were, once you got over those initial nerves, obviously very jolly and cheerful, very amusing. We have good fun meetings, don't we?
We do, Steve. We do. Yeah.
And I remember some people come to us and they're retiring and they're not really sure what they're going to do when they retire, and a bit clueless, really, which is okay.
Yeah.
Because you've never
Everybody's
retired
different.
before.
Yeah.
But you were very excitable. Phil was excited about buying scarves, and
Yeah.
because he's very into fashion and
He's
things.
very into fashion. Well, it's not so much fashion. He takes after his granddad, who always wore
Was he
really dapper clothes, yes. And always a carafe. What's that thing called there?
Cravat?
Cravat, not a carafe.
Carafe,
That's a coffee pot.
Isn't that a wine bottle?
I don't know what it is. Anyway, he always wore a thing round his neck. So yeah, Phil takes after him. But it's nice. He always looks
Yeah.
dapper.
And then once we got you all sorted, because it's hard, isn't it, at first? I could say it's okay. But then, do you really believe?
Yes, yeah.
At what point did the penny drop that going to be all right?
Well, we met you in the March, and then there was a lot of behind the scenes work with JLR, and we had to wait months for them to do the paperwork. And I don't think it went through until the August.
Yeah.
But we felt from the minute we had that meeting, really, Steve, we trusted you.
Yeah.
We trusted you that you knew what you were doing, that if we could do what we wanted to do, you would look after us and our money, which was really important.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
That's my job, though, isn't it?
So on the day it happened, it was August, and we got an email to say the money had gone through. Phil was actually in New York with his friend.
Oh, was he?
So I phoned him.
So he had a big stake.
There was tears down the line.
Really?
Yeah,
So
then
you've not told me this before.
Oh, right, yeah.
Mm.
Tears down the line. Photos from one of the big buildings in New York with the A. That was a really happy day. Yeah.
So that sticks in the memory,
Oh,
does it?
absolutely. Yeah.
And then over the following year, you went on some holidays and...
The first year of retirement was such a happy time because we did 3 weddings. We did a funeral as well. But so we did 3 weddings, 2 of which were abroad. And we just seemed to have so much fun and really felt like it was one long holiday. You can't really believe that you haven't got to go back to work. So it was great.
Was it like the school holidays,
Yeah.
when you're 12,
And you little, yeah.
breaking up for 6 weeks?
Yeah. Yeah. 6 weeks lasted a year. Yeah. Yeah.
So the following year, 2018, I think it
Yes.
was October, I'd been married for a month and I went to the bar. We got married with some friends.
Yes.
And I went to the bar and Phil was there.
Uh-huh.
And then we had a cuddle.
As you do.
Yeah. He's a good cuddler.
He is a lovely cuddler.
I like to think I'm quite skilled at that.
You are.
Got massive long arms. So he was having a cuddle at the bar and then he got up on the stool
Yes.
and shouted, "This man changed my life." And I went, "You Wally." and got him down again and went back to my seat. And my friend's wife was Steve, who's that man?
Who's that?
He loves you.
He does love you, Steve. But
And I
you
thought,
did.
that's Phil.
No, you did change his life, honestly. Yeah.
I didn't do it. I just told you how.
Yeah. Not sure we'd have had the confidence to do it without you, Steve.
I'm going to start crying in a minute.
Ah.
Wouldn't that be funny if I'm the only one who ends up crying?
Yes, it would. Yay.
Winner. So then everything was kind of okay, wasn't it, for a few years? And then life's not all sunshine and rainbows.
No, but it's not for anybody, is it, Steve? So I'm not here to moan because everybody has their ups and downs. But yeah, we lost my dad, bless him, in 2019, which was a big loss. Loved my little dad. And then COVID hit, didn't it? Around
Oh, yeah.
2020. Then Phil's dad became really poorly, and because it was COVID and he was at the end of life, palliative care, if he'd have gone into a hospice, we wouldn't have been able to see him.
No.
So we asked him what he wanted to do, and he wanted to die at home. So we cared for him in palliative care at home, which was quite difficult, but we're glad we did it. Then his mum became poorly. She got Alzheimer's very quickly.
Yeah.
And we had to make the decision to look for a care home for her. And again, you were really helpful, Steve. We came to you about my mum-in-law's money, and you've taken on that for us as well, which has been a huge unburdening because we know we've done the best by her financially as well.
You were very concerned about that. I
Very
remember.
concerned, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, life has its ups and downs, doesn't it? But, yeah.
And then, out of COVID,
Yes.
we had that wine and curry night, didn't we?
Yes.
We've got a video of Phil doing some particularly slurry,
Oh, yeah.
slurry talking.
The speech, yeah. Did he tell you he loved you all?
Yeah.
He did.
He's great at the events.
He is great at the events. I think he said, I've had some great nights, but this isn't one of them, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. That's quite
He
typical.
was joking, of course. No.
What I like about Phil is when Phil, I know you'll be listening.
He will.
I love it because there's quite a size differential between us. And sometimes I don't see him and he's just cuddling me.
Yeah. He's there.
I'm like, oh, hello, mate.
But that's one of the things I like about him as well. He's very demonstrative.
He is.
Tells you if he loves you.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good.
It's a hard word to say, demonstrative, I've always thought. You think?
I've managed it with me teeth.
Oh, do you want to tell people about that?
Oh, it's just
That
a silly little
incident.
thing. When we were looking after Phil's mum at home before she went into the care home, and we were rushing around trying to get back to her one day, and stupidly I'd put a carrier bag on the floor, and I put my foot through the handle of the carrier bag and fell against the wall. 2 teeth went flying. The other tooth turned 180 degrees.
Oh, mate, I didn't know
Yeah,
that. I didn't know
yeah.
it stayed in.
So we had to
Ooh.
find a midnight dentist in Digbeth. They were actually really
Yeah.
good. So yeah, 3 false teeth here. But I was
Guess with
really
all the clubs kicking out in Digbeth, that's why they're open.
possibly, sadly, yeah. But I was the only person that was glad we were wearing masks because I was toothless for 3 months.
Did that tooth stay in?
No, they took it out.
The twisted
Thankfully.
one.
Yeah.
That's really horrible.
Never mind, it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you always come to events, you always get involved.
We do.
We have a walking club, which you go on way more than I do.
Yeah. That was one of the things that we really liked about Lucent from the beginning, the fact that it wasn't just you see someone once a year. It was a bit like a community, a family, even friends.
Well, that's what we're trying to do, get everyone involved.
So we joined the walking group straight away, did the walks every month, and you get to know people because you're seeing the same people every month. And then there used to be a little gathering afterwards at the pub. So they were always good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the evenings out you come on regularly.
Most of them, yeah. You've done some really good ones, Steve. We love the summer parties.
Are you looking forward to this year?
Do you know when it is?
24th of July.
Didn't know.
I think we're sending it out this couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what we're doing?
No.
This is hilarious. German band.
Oh, gosh. That'll be good.
A German band, and bratwurst and sauerkraut and stuff.
Well, I won't be eating any meat, but yes, lovely.
And I'm going to have lederhosen, possibly a dirndl dress. I'm decided
That's worth coming just to see that, Steve.
So the office you first met us in, I had an office before, which was a big shared office. And that's where the German band are from.
Oh, great.
And I actually went to school with Emma.
Oh,
That's her English name.
that would be nice.
Obviously, she's actually German.
Fabulous. Some of the other events that you've done have been really good as well, in my opinion. So you did the quiz night that we really loved.
Cool.
And
You didn't win that.
no, we didn't.
Did you?
No. And then there was Luke and Frank Bruno. That was really good.
Frank, we're not paying you again.
Luke was fabulous, wasn't it?
He's such a natural sports presenter, TV presenter.
Yeah, he was really good. So that was a good night. And then you've done some informative events. So we came on one about care homes.
Oh, yeah.
That was really, really helpful.
Yeah, that was right at that time, wasn't it?
So that hit us just right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been good.
And then, if it's okay, Phil, love you, mate. He had an illness.
He did. Yeah.
Was that 2 years ago now?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just remembering. I saw Phil. It was probably only a week or two before that happened in Waitrose.
Oh yes.
And he would be telling me about what he's going to cook for you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And he's tricking you, I think.
He loves his cooking, he does, yeah. Yeah, so sadly in April 2 years ago, well, he hadn't been well for a couple of months, and then he was admitted as an emergency to Heartlands and had some scans and everything, and they found out that he needed a serious urgent operation. And that led to a period when he wasn't well at all, bless him. And it's taken probably 18 months to get through that. Yeah, but he's done really well.
He has done. Well, you've both done brilliant.
We have, yeah.
So what I know from when I was ill is it's often harder on the person looking on. Because when I was ill, I was just too knackered. Because you're just thinking about nasty things.
Yeah.
And then I'd catch people looking at me like this. That was a shock look, everybody.
It was. I think I drove him mad just saying, "Are you okay? Do you need anything?" It's different. It's hard for both, isn't it, Steve? It's hard when the love of your life's really ill and you think that you might lose them. That's really, really hard. And I'm sure many other people have been through that as well. But yeah, so I guess that leads us on to Jess.
Jess, who's not here today.
Yeah.
You went to see Jess, didn't you?
I did.
And how did Jess help you through all of that?
Jess really, really helped me. And I would like to say that I don't think many financial advisors would offer free counselling to their clients. I don't know if any do.
I don't think any do.
No. So I would like to put on record my thanks and Phil's thanks, because it's really, really kind of you to do that.
When I come to visit you, you gave me Battenberg cake.
He did.
I haven't had that for 20 years. It was a beautiful memory,
Oh,
and I
fair.
often think about
It was worth it then. But I know that Jess has helped other people as well. Speaking personally, how did Jess help me? At a time when I was just lost in anger and grief and fear. And you can't keep burdening friends and family. Everybody's got their own things going on in life. And so you put on a brave face. But deep down, I was lost. I was really scared. And I didn't want to burden Phil because he was trying to get better.
Yeah.
And then when you kindly said, if you want to see Jess, and I thought, yeah, that might help. So I went along feeling really nervous. And Jess, I just think you're great. You put me at ease. You listened to me. You didn't judge in any way. I think you're really good at reflecting back. So you're not one of these counsellors that keeps saying, well, how do you feel about that? Which could be really frustrating
Yeah.
because sometimes you don't know how you feel about things. But through chatting to Jess, and it wasn't just once, I think it's really good that you allowed me to go several times. Together, we managed to calm me down and get to a place where I wasn't quite as frightened and quite as angry as I had been. So it was really, really helpful.
She's great, isn't she, Jess?
She's great, and I will be forever grateful.
I know she became a real good sounding board for you. And
she did. And Phil, she helped Phil. Phil wanted me to say as well, she helped him. Yeah. And it was just nice to offload to someone other than family and friends. And you can share things that you might not share with them as well. And I know some people are frightened of counselling, but I would say it's not a frightening experience once you're there. It can be really, really helpful.
Just a chat, isn't it,
Yeah,
really?
just a chat, an exploration, and maybe sometimes different way of looking at things.
It's always worth trying, I think.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't work, you're no worse off, are you?
No, and I always felt safe with Jess. I felt it was confidential. We used to have a giggle as well. Wasn't all doom and gloom.
Well, Jessie's hilarious.
She is.
I think.
Yeah. No, she's great, Jess. And you, Steve, for enabling that service. As I say, it's...
Well, I just want people to feel as good as you can. And you're not going to feel great all the time.
No, that's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, everybody has ups and downs, and we've had loads of ups. We've been really, really lucky in life. I don't feel that we're any different to anybody else.
Yeah. So what next then? Because Phil's through that now.
He is. He's much better, thank you. So we've done a bit of travelling. Been to Madeira twice.
Yeah.
This year.
For cake or wine?
Well, we had a bit of both.
Is it a good place, Madeira? I've never been.
It depends what you're looking for. So it's not the liveliest place you'll ever go to.
What? Is that the place with those sort of sleds?
Yes, on the hill. So you push down on the sleds, yeah. But it's beautiful. It's very green. Nice temperature. The people are lovely. It's part of Portugal. Lovely. So we really enjoyed it. And we've had lots of weekends away. We're going to a wedding in Hong Kong in November.
Brilliant.
Yeah. We're going to Lisbon in a couple of months. So, yeah, we've got lots on the horizon. Started to take up walking again.
Yeah.
Now Phil's able to do that. I've joined a writing course.
I love writing. What are you writing?
Well, at the moment, we're doing a 12-week course, and I've got to describe an object. So I'm going to describe my dad's bowler hat.
Are you?
That's in the hall.
In how many words?
I think it's 200. So you've got to use all your 5 senses to describe the hat. Yeah, so yeah,
we're like, imagine a bowler hat. There you go.
No. So yeah, we're doing new things and getting out there, and we're just so grateful to be in this position.
Well,
And
we're so grateful to have you because you are, I think you're at the centre of our sort of client community,
oh, bless you.
and everyone loves you here.
Oh, well, one of many, aren't
You
we,
know, I
Steve?
left you in this room for a second, come back and there's people in
Well, yeah, my favourite young lad was here, wasn't he?
here. Always beautiful.
But I would like to add that having been through a serious illness, knowing that we didn't have to worry about money was a huge plus. I feel for people who are going through something like that and maybe can't work or
Yeah.
on benefits, but thankfully we knew that Steve and Lucent were looking after our money. One less thing to worry about.
Bless you. Because there's a lot to worry about in there.
Well, there is for everyone,
Life.
Steve. And I would just like to say the annual reviews are really good because they're a time where you reflect on how you've spent your money. You sometimes say, stop spending.
What?
Yeah, sorry.
That's brilliant. Thanks ever so much, Teresa.
It's a pleasure.
It's been those super nice things you said. You made me get a little bit cut up.
Oh, so you nearly cried and I
I
did.
did at the start.
Oh, thank you.
We hope you carry on playing such a great part with us because it's fun, innit?
It
Got to
is.
support
You're
each other.
brilliant. Yeah,
and
you're
that's
all
how-
brilliant.
That's how we get through life.
Thank you.
Everybody,
Everybody. Yeah.
I think. Kind of think because you're doing a writing course, we should give you a regular spot in our newsletter.
Do you indeed?
Are you up for it?
If you like.
Tracy's tittle tattle.
Yeah.
Not just about a bowler hat, though.
No, something more interesting.
All right. So,
Thank you.
everyone, thanks for listening today. Thanks so much, Teresa, for coming in. And you're a bit nervous, weren't you?
I was a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Everyone,
I wanted to do it.
she's written in a book about 5 pages of notes. Yeah, thanks for coming. It's been brilliant. We couldn't do it without people like you, and you're why we do it.
Oh,
Because it's so
thank you.
nice and lovely. And what we'd really like is that anyone listening to this would be so blessed out that they'd leave a review on iTunes or Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast, and give us 5 stars minimum and write a
Oh.
little note as well. Okay, thanks everyone for listening. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.